What's up, creepers? Welcome to Bryn and Phin Spoops.
I'm Bryn.
And I'm Phin.
And today is day 29.
29. You get 2 more days of us, and then after.
Day 29. So we actually had a big snafu last night. We started to watch Drag Me to Hell with Sam Raimi.
Which was in 2009, but my mom didn't watch it because me and my brother were tiny children. So
there is this weird empty hole in my life where I couldn't watch horror movies when they were babies. So they were born in 2007 and 2008. Until they were about 4 and 5, I couldn't watch horror movies. So I have a big empty hole, so I'm trying to fill that up this month.
So as we're watching it, it's just this thing, but we're not going to explain it.
Yes, I am going to explain it because I was really mad. So we're watching, it's going to be quick. So we're watching.
I was just going to say there was a curse and stuff.
We're watching Drag Me to Hell, and this girl gets cursed. But first of all, they keep using the G word instead of the Romany word. And I was getting very upset because they sounded super racist. Second of all, she's cursed. And they say that the only way that they can break this curse is if they kill something small, like a chicken. And she has a baby kitten at home. So I was like, oh, hell no, they're not going to kill that baby kitten. So I immediately grabbed my phone and I Googled, does the kitten die?
Yes.
In Drag Me to Hell. And they said, yes, that she slits its throat. And I was like, you know what?
So that's our first one skull movie.
We're not watching that one. It was really gross anyways. I mean, remember when the corpse
Yeah, and there's maggots.
Oh, it was just disgusting. It was actually over the top too disgusting for me. Like, so gross. I don't mind a splooge cannon here and there, but having maggots just vomit up out of a corpse and into a girl's mouth because she's underneath the corpse was just disgusting. It was gross. And I didn't want to see a kitten die.
Me neither.
So we stopped that movie, and since it was only 8 o'clock, we decided to watch a different movie. This was a movie I'd never heard of, and I'm a big Wes Craven fan, so I thought it was weird that I'd never heard of it. And for the people that don't know, Wes Craven died in 2015 from brain cancer. This movie was put out in 2010. It was his first movie that he had both written and directed since Final Nightmare. Now, Wes Craven... So this movie that we watched last night was called My Soul to Take, and it came out in 2010, which was 5 years before he died from brain cancer. So it's a little hard to wade through. There's a lot of plot to it that don't really interconnect. It's very cluttered. It's a very cluttered script, but when you get to the marrow of the script, it's kind of I enjoyed it, and a lot of people, it got a lot of really bad reviews.
Is it 4 or 3.5 skulls?
I'm giving it 4 skulls, because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, 4 skulls. I wasn't sure about you, though, so I'm like...
So a lot of people didn't like it because, oh, it's not like Scream, and it's not like Nightmare on Elm Street, but it is like another one of his movies that I really liked, and a lot of people didn't like, and it was Shocker. And that starred Skinner from Mitch Pileggi. He's played Skinner in X-Files. He played also a convict, a serial killer that dies. He dies in Shocker. He dies from the electric chair, and he goes into the electricity to possess his son and do all kinds of bad things, run amok in the electricity system. So this movie was very similar to it, and I feel like it's the closest thing that we have to it. So like Shocker, this movie deals with a serial killer at the beginning. He has 8 personalities? I think it's 8.
Was it 7?
7 personalities.
I'm like, is it?
Yeah, because it's the 7. The Rivendell 7 or something like that?
Yeah.
Is it Riverdale or is it Rivendell?
Riven, I think.
Yeah, so he has 7 different personalities, and one of the personalities has a family, a wife, and a pregnant wife, and a kid, a little girl. And that personality discovers that his other personality, the bad one, has been murdering people in town. And all of the personalities kind of scheme together to turn that one in. And he ends up killing the guy's wife, the personality that has the wife. He ends up killing Abel's wife while she's pregnant. She's really pregnant, though, so it's not like she's barely pregnant. She's really pregnant. And he tries to kill their daughter, but the cops stop him. And then cut forward 16 years later.
Well,
there's the big...
And then he, like... And then...
He won't die.
He seriously did not want to die.
He loves villains that won't die.
He got shot like 6 times and stabbed.
Yes, and he did it. He was in the ambulance.
And
Oh, you know who else is in this movie? Oh my goodness, you guys! Okoye from Black Panther is in this. Danai Gurira, she's in this, and I love her. And she's she's baby Danai Gurira. She hasn't aged up yet. She's still really young in this movie, and it's really cute. And you probably also like her as Michonne on Walking Dead. So she's in this movie. So woo! So happy to see Danai. So go on.
so they're in the ambulance, and he gets up.
EMT, and he cuts her throat a little bit, right? When he gets up.
Yeah, he gets up and cuts her throat
A bit, not enough to die because she's later.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't die, but Frank Grillo, who's the cop on this, he plays Crossbones in the Captain America movies, and he's also in the Purge movies, huh?
And also in the just Avengers in general, not just Captain America.
Crossbones is in Avengers? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because
Yeah. So he plays the cop that actually tries to stop him, but they roll. Doesn't it roll a couple of times? The ambulance?
They get off the road.
Right, it rolls.
Into the forest.
And into the forest. And I think the back opens and the gurney goes flying out, right? When the gurney goes flying out, the cop goes running out there, and there's a bloody gurney, but no body, and they can't find his body. So it's always suspected that he might be the Ripper?
Yeah.
Or Reaper?
Ripper.
Okay, yeah, the Ripper.
Like Jack the Ripper.
Is still alive. So cut forward to 16 years.
And there's a bunch of kids gathered.
There's 7 kids that were born that night.
Spot.
All of these women went into labor suddenly when he died, which is very much it reminded me a little bit of Shocker. But
so most of them were born early.
Yes.
All of them, I thought.
One of them was born blind because he was born so early.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do a thing that really makes me angry. They killed off their Asian kid first. I hate that trope. I hate it. It's very Wes Craven-esque. But you know what? He did do people under the stairs, so bonus points for him there. But they did kill off their Asian character right away, and I find that appalling that horror movies all the way up until 2010 we're still doing that whole the black guy's got to die first, or the Asian guy's got to die first. Check your privilege, people. Oh my god, so annoying. Anyways, thank you Jordan Peele for busting in here and fixing our horror situation with Get Out and Us. So these kids are all celebrating their birthday on the day that it's the 16th anniversary of the day the Ripper died. And I guess they have this weird play thing where if you don't kill the Ripper, it's like a big puppet.
Yeah.
And if you don't kill the Ripper's going to come that year and kill them all, right?
Yeah.
And it's Bug's turn.
And he's spooked.
Bug is played by Max Thoreau, who played he played Dylan. He played Dylan, Norman Bates' brother in Bates Motel, and I absolutely love him. And he did such a good job doing all the different personalities in this, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, and he was really young too. I love Max Thoreau. He was, I love Dylan from Bates Motel. He made me want to keep watching Bates Motel when it started getting annoying. But so he's kind of the weakling of the 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make fun of him. He's an outcast, and we've got the hot girl from school, and the jock, and we've got the blind black kid, and Jerome, I think is his name. Yeah, Jerome. And then we got Jay, who's the Asian kid that dies first.
And then there's Alex,
who's kind of a punk, kind of a loser. His dad's really abusive.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Christian girl, Penelope.
Yeah.
Penelope. We got the Christian girl who's praying for everybody's souls, and
all the time.
All the time. And Bug. And Bug is the outcast. Bug hasn't always lived there. He's also been in mental institutions, which you find out later. And I guess a bunch of that got cut out. It showed Leah visiting him in his.
Was going to?
Yeah. So much of this movie got cut out.
Leah? Wait.
Yeah, Leah visited. Leah?
I think it was Leia.
Yeah. Well, Leia, she went to go visit him. In the hospital, and they cut it out, and that would have been a big part. But so Bug doesn't kill the Ripper because they get interrupted by the cops, And so now everybody's kind of freaking out. They think, oh, this is it. This is the anniversary. We're all going to die. So on their way home, Jay decides he's going to take the long way home on the bridge because he says if you spit in the river where the Ripper supposedly died, then you're safe from the Ripper.
Because he said it worked for 16 years.
Yeah. So he stops and spits in the river, and the Ripper's on the bridge that he's standing on.
He's like, Frick, he starts running, and then he gets stabbed.
Yeah, he gets stabbed. The
And thrown
Ripper's got
into the
this really
river.
interesting curved knife. I guess it was some special edition knife that people were like, ooh, that's a cool fancy knife. Whatever.
They threw him into the lake.
He
So.
throws him over to the bridge, and he's the first one to die. And I was sad because he seemed like a cool guy, and I wanted to get to know his character, but no, he had to die first. So I didn't take any notes, so we're going to be losing spots in this movie
Yeah.
while we break it down for you. But it turns out, who ended up dying next? Penelope? Yeah, Penelope, the church girl. Because right after Penelope, then Brittany and... Is that her name?
Yeah, Brittany.
Yeah. There's also this really mean girl who's not part of the Rivendell Seven called...
Bang.
Fang.
Bang.
Fang.
Dang.
And Fang is mean. She is so mean. She bullies the bullies. She runs the whole school.
She runs the bullies.
The bullies dole out punishments according to a number system she has developed.
Give him a 10.
She's the meanest girl I've ever seen in a movie. And I started getting this. His mom. So he does. Alex and Bug. They do this presentation in school about the California condor, and it's kind of gruesome. And the California condor this big puppet that he made, a wearable puppet, can vomit on people, and then when he falls over, he can shit all over you, like a stream of hot poo just streaming out of him and hitting the guy. And they did this to the bully in the classroom, and they get in trouble because this big puppet had stuff that they didn't disclose before they started their oral report, like the vomiting and the poo. And his mom gets called in, and they ask. She says that he doesn't have any medical records, and the principal's like, "That's weird, because he always gets migraines, and we wanted to know, what we can do for him." And she's like, "No, he just needs his vaccinations." And she's like, "I'm a nurse, and I'm an OBGYN nurse." And then my brain went, "She's an OBGYN nurse." And the pregnant mom died that night the pregnant mom died the night that Bug was born. The one that was married to the serial killer. And I was like, oh, Bug is the serial killer's son. The baby lived. My brain started doing that immediately. And then I was like, oh my God, and Fang's his sister. Because when they show Fang when she's little as Leia, she is the meanest 3-year-old I've ever seen in my life. Remember that when she was mean to the cop? She was a vicious little 3-year-old.
She's like, get away from me.
And now she's Fang at school and just being mean. So.
She end up dying? No.
No.
Yeah, she lives because she's old.
No, so the day goes on, and Penelope dies, and then Brooke dies, and then...
This is going to be quick.
Yeah, I guess so. And the bully dies. What's his name? Oh, he was so mean and awful, and I hated him.
And rapey.
Yeah, he was kind of rapey, right? Ew. I can't remember his name, though. He had some bro jock name.
Wait. Did it start with a B?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Brandon?
It's not Brad? Brad. No, it's Brandon, I think. Here, wait, check.
Your all bro names have to start with a B.
What didn't it?
Brandon.
Brandon. Brad. Isn't it Brad? Brandon, Brad, same thing, right?
No, it's not the same thing.
Brad's not a nickname for Brandon?
No, it's not.
What's it for then?
It's Bradley.
What kind of name is Bradley?
Oh my God. So anyways, listen. So kids start dropping left and right, let me just tell you. And Bug gets attacked in his house. His friend comes over, and he hears some noises downstairs. And he tells his friend to stay in his room, and he goes downstairs to check it out, and he gets attacked by the Ripper. And when he gets back upstairs, the Ripper said, "You're the last one, right?
Yeah.
I saved you for last." But then when he goes upstairs, Jerome's still alive because
Well, no,
Jerome was
he
trying-
hears something upstairs, and he was like...
Jerome's still alive, and Alex is still alive. And then we start going, oh, what if Alex is one because all of the kids represent the different personalities that the serial killer had. Because
Yeah, so one of them was serial
So
killer.
one of them was the bad guy. Had the bad soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because the serial killer had two female personalities, and then 5 male personalities, and
Well, we could say souls
four
because
male,
they
four male
said they
souls,
say it as different
and
souls.
then like the monster soul that was murdering people. We thought that Bug had it, and everybody, you're supposed to think that Bug has it, but it turns out that it's his friend Alex, and it's so sad. And Bug saves everybody by killing the bad soul. And he's the hero. Woo! Yay, Bug!
And his sister.
His sister helped.
Yeah, she tells them and stuff, and she helps and
she ended
called
up
the
being an
police.
okay person at the end, even after she beat the crap out of him up in her room.
Yeah.
He's like a 16-year-old boy, and a 19-year-old girl is just beating the crap out of him. Oh my god. Anyways, what did I watch this on last night? I think I watched it on Amazon Prime. What?
I don't know.
Maybe Stars. I don't remember what I watched it on. But if you can find it streaming, it's called My Soul to Take, and it's by Wes Craven. And we really enjoyed this movie. And if you liked Shocker, and you like some of the smaller movies that Wes Craven did, you might really enjoy it. Or you might go, you know what? I kind of want to see one of the last movies that Wes Craven made before he died. Because he's a horror genius, and he gave us so much. So maybe give his other movies a chance, you know? Like I said, People Under the Stairs, one of the most amazing horror movies of all time. So, 4 skulls?
4.
Yeah, we definitely say see it.
See it. Yeah, it's good.
It's
really
fun.
good.
It's kind of a fun movie, but it does get cluttered, just so you know. And I do think that might have had something to do with his brain cancer. I hate to be that apologist, but I feel like that's what it was. There was so much going on in this movie that it just needed some snipping, and it would have been a great movie, but nobody had the foresight to do that. Plus, apparently the studios didn't like it, so they slapped on a 3D on it. So it was, when it was ushered out, it was going to be a 3D movie, which is just the kiss of death for movies. And they didn't screen it for critics. When a company decides not to screen for critics, you know it's going to be bad. So, that was a big foreshadowing on that movie. But we liked it.
Yeah,
you might like it.
It was good.
Go check it out. Let us know what you think of it in the comments below, or hit me up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because you probably know me on Facebook if you're watching this. So go vote.
Go vote,
Like
like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.